So I want to talk about one of the scariest things that I used to hear as a new agent. It is something that I would dread answering when I first got in the business, and I knew it was going to come up. And so I thought of so many different ways to approach this type of rejection or just questioning. And once I kind of figured it out, it made me feel so much better about myself. And that is when a client asks you, how long have you been in the business? And you've been in for maybe under a year, a couple of months, a couple of weeks. No matter what it is, that question is so scary. And I think for me too, like it was even scarier because I used to do hair and makeup. And whenever I first got in the business, I would get the same question. So how long have you worked at the salon? So how long have you done this? And I hated that question because I never knew how to answer. But real estate, it's totally different. And especially coming from like a military background, I had to kind of build that self-confidence in myself again because I joined the military. I wasn't fresh out of high school. I was older. And so I had lived a life before I joined the military, and then I kind of was thrown into the Air Force as like the lowest rank possible, and I kind of lost a lot of that self-confidence in myself because I had so many people telling me basically like, you're just nothing, right? So getting into real estate, whenever I dreaded that question. And what I learned really quickly was that I was going to work harder and smarter than a lot of agents with even years of experience. And I had to just tell myself that, and I had to believe it, and I had to put it in action. So then that way, whenever I went to go answer the question, well, how long have you been in real estate? I didn't have to lie. I would never lie. I would say, look, I'm new to the industry, but guess what? I am eager and I'm constantly learning. I'm ready to fight for you. I'm ready to, have your back. And if it was the truth, you're my only client that I'm working with right now. And so my entire time is devoted to you. And so when you get that rejection, you have to build that confidence up from yourself first. That way you know whenever you're going into, if it's a listing appointment, if it's a buyer consultation, no matter what it is, that you're going to be able to tell them that you are going to be the best person for them, because even though you might not have all these years of experience, you have a new mindset and a new age way of doing real estate because of getting into real estate at this day and time. We have so many things that we have learned and that, has changed over the last decade in real estate. It is just insane. And you have all of that to give to them. And if you are able to go in with confidence and let them know that you are going to be there and giving them the best service possible, that's all that they can ask for. And you have you have a team behind you. You have a broker. You have other team members in your brokerage, if you're with the right brokerage, that will help you out. And so going into that is so important. Like you have to have that confidence. And with that, coming from a military background into total independent contractor, where I could pretty much do whatever I want. I had, time. I have kids, so it wasn't, completely time consuming at the, whenever I first got in, but I had to figure out a way how to manage my time, because I learned really quickly that what I did when nobody was watching is what really helped my business. Or didn't help my business. If I was working really hard and prospecting all of the time, it showed that next month. And so that's, one thing with real estate is what you do now is what's going to determine your 30 days, 60 days, 90 days from now. It's not an immediate thing. So what you do now when nobody is watching is so important. So make sure that you have a good calendar that you use, you're time blocking, and you're making sure that you're prioritizing your business as a business, because you're not just all of a sudden you have all this free time and it's so flexible. If you go into real estate like that, you're gonna fail, because you have to I work now more than I ever have, but you know what, it never feels like work because I truly enjoy it. And you just have to know that going into it. So good luck. If you have any other objections that you're kind of scared to answer, reach out to me, because I've definitely heard them all.